Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I am going back to basics with a dip powder nails for beginners video. This was a request from my sister. So first I'm going in with my Cuticle Pusher. You can use the wedge side of an orange wood stick if that's all you have, and you just want to push back your cuticles very gently. And you just want to do this to all of your nails. You could go in and use cuticle remover gel if you want to. Totally up to you. Mine, it wasn't necessary this time. And then I will flip my tool around, and it has a little scraper side on the other side. I would just use that to scrape off any of the dead skin. Since this is a back to basics video, I'm not using my e-file or anything like that. I'm trying to do this video the way that, you know, I did it when I first got my starter kit and the way that you would do it when you get yours. So now I'm just going in with my buffing block, and you just want to remove the shine off of your nails. You don't need to do any serious filing of your natural nail. You don't want to do that because that's going to cause damage. You don't want that. Just take the shine off. That's all that's required. I cannot stress that enough. Don't over file your nails. And it's not necessary to file them every time you do your dip either. So now I'm just giving them a wipe with a alcohol pad. Alcohol is a dehydrator. So if you don't have an actual dehydrator, just use alcohol. So now I'm just giving my dip powder here just a quick little stir to loosen it and make application easier and more even. And now I'm just applying my base from cuticle to free edge. I'm using a thin amount of base. You want to do, well, maybe you don't want, maybe you want thicker layers. I like my nails to be not super thin, but you know, natural thickness. If that makes sense. And then you just want to dip into the powder and go around with a toothpick or orange wood stick before that base dries, just in case any flooded, you know, around to your cuticle area. These colors I'm using are Panda dip powders, and I'm using my Triple D liquids here. I will leave everything that I'm using in this video linked in the description below, except for the nail file that I'm going to use because I can't seem to find that one, but it is just a 180 grit file, so I will leave some others linked for you guys. So again, I am going in with my base. Like I said, super thin layer of base. You don't need a whole pearl's worth. I mean, it does depend on the length of your nail. But I like to think of it as just enough just to wet the surface of your nail so that the dip powder has something to stick to. So you don't need a huge amount of base when you're doing your nails. The thicker amount of base you use is going to cause lumps and bumps on your nails, and then that's going to require even more filing, and then you risk, you know, getting patchy areas because you filed some of your color off. So try to keep your base layers thin. You can always go back in and add more base. You can't take it away. So now you want to dust off the excess before you go in and do your next layer. You want to have a paper towel handy when you move on to your second dip. So again, I'm doing the same thing, applying my base from my cuticle to my free edge. And the only difference here is instead of putting my brush right back into my bottle, I am going to wipe it off on the paper towel. This is going to help prevent cross-contamination, because if you put your brush back into your bottle and it has powder on it, you can risk your whole bottle of liquids getting slimy and goopy and unusable for next time. So just make sure you take that extra 2 seconds just to wipe your brush off real quick. Again, I'm going around my nail sidewalls and cuticle areas before my base dries and getting up any of excess powder and base that went where I do not want it to be. Because like I said, I'm not using my e-file in this video. Most of the time, if I get a little bit on those areas, my e-file will take care of it. So I'm being super, super careful. I am doing a glitter nail on my middle finger just because I wanted to kind of show both, you know, applications, because glitters are a little bit different than doing a solid color. But I am doing 2 different color solids on this mani, just because only doing 1 color now seems to drive me crazy. I very rarely just do 1 color anymore. So this was a requested video from my sister. She used to come up here every 2 or 3 weeks, and I would do her nails for her, and she would come up and hang out. But of course, with everything going on, this virus and everybody being on lockdown, she can't do that. And I've been getting more and more questions, Facebook, Instagram, kind of asking me, you know, for little tips and tricks for beginners for dip powder. So I thought it would be a good idea to share this video with everybody, because I know a lot of people, you know, usually get their nails done, and now with salons being closed, you can't do that. And so a lot of people are buying dip kits now. Last time I went to the store, they were completely sold out. Acetone was sold out. Everything. But I found some acetone on Sally Beauty website, so if you can't find any, go run there and order some. Just thought I'd throw that out there to you. And I love this color so much, this Fresh Air and Sunshine. It's so pretty. It's one of the new spring colors from Panda Dips. I go ahead and do 3 dips of this color just to, I wanted it to be a little bit more blue. But if you've ever used Panda dip powders, they go on so even and so thin that when I do 3 dips of Panda, it is sometimes equivalent to me doing 2 dips of like Revel or, you know, another brand. So Panda dips would be a really good beginner dip powder just because of how thin it is and easy to work with. So I'm just going to continue with my dip powder here. Sorry you saw that little cut off. I ended up getting a phone call in the middle of filming, and I had already applied my base, so I had to stick my finger in there. But you didn't really miss anything. So like I said, I'm just applying from cuticle to free edge with my base, dipping into the powder, going around with orange wood stick, dusting off, and of course wiping off your base brush in between. Also in this video, I am using no gel because a lot of people, when they first get a starter kit, they don't have gel. So I am doing all Triple D liquids for this video, but I will let you guys continue to watch me finish up my solid colors here. I will cap them in clear, and I will be right back when we get to the glitter. So you guys continue to watch, and I will be right back. So I just wanted to pop back in here real quick because, watch this. Watch what I did. I knocked over my jar of clear. I'm a mess. I always knock over something. But this is why it's good to order the Mia Secret Clear, because you get like 4 or 8 ounce tubs of clear for like between 15-20 bucks. I could have edited this out, but I was like, you know what? Shit happens. We all knock something over. I'm a clumsy person. I'm not ashamed of it. But I am just going in and doing my encapsulation in my clear. This is the same as applying the color, just applying the base from cuticle to free edge and dipping into the clear and then going around with the orange wood stick. You do still want to wipe your brush off on a paper towel in between doing dips, and just dipping into the clear, going around with the orange wood stick. And I will continue to encapsulate and clear. I just wanted to pop back in because I had totally forgot that I knocked my clear over. But if you do knock any of your powders over, you can try to scoop them up with a spoon. I would have been able to get it all up, but I am working over a chuck pad, which has a little film over the top, which kind of just sucks everything in. So it looks like I'd be able to scoop that up, but it's actually under the first layer of this chuck pad. So I'm not speeding anything up in this video just because it is a back to basics, and I know that my sister wanted everything really slowed down. She wanted to be able to see everything step by step. I think she's nervous about doing her nails for the first time. She has shaky hands, so she's worried about that. And I am doing my non-dominant hand here. I am a lefty. So just having something to prop your hand up on to do your non-dominant hand will be really helpful. I am just using my nail pal from the nail prop shop. I will make sure to, like I always do, leave my discount codes and links down in the description of this video for you guys, as well as everything else that I'm using. So if it is your first time, you know, ordering anything, you can save a couple bucks if you use some of my codes. I'm not commissioned, so I don't receive anything when you guys use them. It's just a nice little thank you to you guys for watching my videos. So now you want to dust off the powder really, really well. And now you want to go in with your step 2, which is activator. They say to do 1 coat of activator. I like to do 2 coats. I've had situations to where I've only done 1 coat of activator, and then I go to file and shape and I have had like chunks fly off. And once I started doing 2 coats of activator, I have not had that issue whatsoever. So again, like I said, I'm just doing my 2 coats of activator, and then I will move on to the glitter now. Alright, so before I move on to my glitter now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about bottle care because it is important. You want to wipe down the top of your bottle really well with a paper towel. And when you close your bottles, you don't want to close your lid all the way. I close mine just until it starts to seal shut, because we all know that the dip base and top coat is a resin. It's a type of glue, and your bottles can seal shut. You can even go around the threads with some coconut oil if you want to. So now for my glitter now, I use the dip top coat for the glitter now because usually I use gel top coat. So again, just like normal application, applying from cuticle to free edge. dip into your glitter. This is a finer glitter, so you don't need to pat down too much. The chunkier glitters, you know, you'll have to pat them down a good amount because they, you know, tend to stick out a little bit. And then again, go around with your orange wood stick around your cuticle and sidewall areas. And then you go ahead and brush off. And yes, I have different brushes for different powders also. I will leave the link to the new set of brushes that I got. I think it came with like 10 brushes and it was like $7. So again, just applying from cuticle to free edge, wiping my brush off on paper towel. Please don't forget that step. When I first started, I ruined so many bottles of liquids when I was using my Kiss starter kits. Yeah, ruined a lot of bottles of liquids. So Kiss came out with some colored dip powder that I saw in Walmart last time I was there. I don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing how that color looks, but let me know if so, because I picked up a couple of them. So if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know, because it's a decent sized jar for under $6. So now I am just applying my base again from cuticle to free edge and encapsulating in clear, but I will let you guys watch me finish encapsulating in clear and activating, and I will wait 2 minutes. You want to wait 2 to 3 minutes before you start filing and shaping, but I will let you guys watch me here for a minute and I will be right back. Alright, so I've let my activator sit for 2 to 3 minutes, and now I'm just using a 180 grit nail file, and I like to just do a square-ish shape. Since I am doing my non-dominant hand, I'm just going to prop my nail up here on my nail pal. This is from the nail prop shop. I get asked all the time, comments on my videos and on Instagram, what I use to hold my bottles and all that. It's just accessories from the nail prop shop, but I do have a discount code for them. If you're interested, I will leave that linked under the discount section of this video. Their products are awesome. They even just came out with a, well, I guess they've had it for a while now, a dip powder tray you can lay all your dip powders on. So if you spill them, they have little openings on the corners. You can just pour it right back into your jar. I don't have it yet. So I am just shaping up my nails here. My ring finger, I did do a little tea bag repair on, just because I broke the corner and I didn't want to have to file it all the way down to where that break was. But I will leave a link to my tea bag extensions video in here for you guys as well. But I'm just going to get these shaped up. While I do that, I just want to explain a little bit about nail files. So the lower the number represents the coarseness of the file, first off. So the lower the number, the more coarse it is. So a 100 grit file is going to be super coarse, and the higher number, like a 240 grit file, is going to be more fine, more safe for your natural nail. If you, 100 grit file is great for, you know, extensions or dip powder after you've done the dip. I like using 180 grit file because it's kind of that safety spot in the middle. You can use it on your natural nail or, you know, the tips. I like to use 180 just because, especially when I'm doing dip powder, I have accidentally overfiled my sidewalls before when I use a 100 grit file, just because they're super coarse. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I hate filing my nails. I love to dip them, I love to e-file them, I love to do nail art on them and top coat them. I don't like to file my nails. I don't like it. If I could have somebody here to file my nails for me, I'd be a happy camper. That's my little confession for you guys for today. Yep, I don't like file my nails, so I don't. Everything else I like doing, don't like that. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment or message me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram pretty much all the time. So yeah, if you ever have any questions about anything, just shoot me a message and I will do my best to help you. I'm not a professional, as you can tell, but I will do my very best to help you. And if there's anything else that you guys would like to see me do a video on, let me know. I do have some reviews coming up. I got not a kit, but I got the liquids and some powders from Maniology that I'm excited to try out. I've never tried them before. And then I have a kit coming from Amazon, so I'm nervous about that one. But I will let you guys finish watching me shape up my nails here, and I will be right back to show you guys how I just file up the surface. All right, I will be right back. Alright, so now for my cuticle area, I like to just separate my skin from the dip powder really quick. And then I'm going to go in with my really thin metal file. I just like to use this one because it's thin and I can get around my cuticle area and my sidewalls without having to use my big bulky, you know, 180 grit file. And it saves my skin around my nails from me accidentally cutting myself, because you guys have heard me say all the time, I can e-file my nails, I cannot hand file my nails. But you can use this just to go around your cuticle areas and just create that little thin clean cuticle line. So I'm just going to continue to do that really quickly. And now I'm just going to take that same 180 grit file and just go over the surface of my nail and make sure that it is nice and smooth and that I don't have any lumps or bumps. I do like to do kind of a rocking motion here, just because whatever you do to one side of your nail, you're going to want to do to the other side of your nail. That way you don't have one side thicker than the other. But this powder goes on super smooth and even that it really doesn't require too much filing. I'm pretty much just looking to get it nice and smooth for top coat. So I will let you guys watch me just hand file my nails real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, and now since I am going to be using the dip top coat, I am just going over the surface of all of my nails with a buffing block. I do buff underneath my nails as well, just to make sure that there's no sharp edges or anything like that, just to make sure that they are nice and smooth. And then you will want to go wash your hands with just water, or you can go over them with some alcohol. On to top coating, and we are just about done. You want to go in with another layer of activator, and you want to apply this to all of your nails, and you want to let it give it a minute or two to soak in. The activator is important. This is what is going to set your top coat and give you that really nice glossy shine finish to your nails. So I'm going to, like I said, just apply the activator and let this sit for a minute or so, or 2 minutes. I waited 2 minutes. So now I'm going to go in with a quick swipe of alcohol, and then I will take a piece of clean paper towel and dry them off really well. You want to get that excess activator off. Now this is when it's really important to wipe your dip top coat brush off in between layers. This, I feel like, is when, if your brush is going to get hard, it's going to be during top coat step. So now that my nails are all wiped off, my first coat of dip top coat is going to be a really quick 2 to 3 strokes. You don't need a thick amount of this either, so you want to do 1, 2, and wipe your brush off. And again, just 1, 2, 3 quick strokes, wiping your brush off in between. This does not have to be a detailed layer. It doesn't matter if you get all the way up to your cuticles. It doesn't matter that you're not capping your free edge. You are going to do a second coat of top coat, and that is going to be your more detailed, thorough top coat layer. It's late, you guys. I have a full packed house. I have to do my voiceovers at night. And I forget my words by the end of the day. So after I've done my whole hand, I wait about 15 seconds. And then I will go back in and do my second layer. I do recommend, when it comes to top coat time, do one hand at a time. Because there is a fine line between not waiting long enough and waiting too long, and that first layer being completely dry, and then your second layer isn't going to set up the way it's supposed to. You'll end up getting wrinkles and just, you know, a finish that you don't want. So I highly recommend just taking your time and doing one hand at a time when it comes to the dip top coat. So as you can see, this second layer here is more detailed. I'm capping my free edge. You can do more than 2 or 3 strokes, but remember, it's not gel, so it is drying as you're applying it. So you have a little bit more time than before, but you still don't want to take too long. And I really like Triple D's liquids, especially the top coat, because it dries really quick. I timed it and it was 2 minutes 6 seconds that it took for mine to completely dry all the way. So I'm just finishing up my last layer here on my thumb, and the shine from this top coat, you guys, is incredible. Seriously, if you guys have not tried Triple D liquids, go get them. And they sell out quick. Alright, so my nails are all nice and dried and finished. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think of this mani. I don't know why I just held my hand in that awkward position. I love these colors. I love the pink, I love the blue, I love the glitter. So, of course, you want to finish up all your manis with some cuticle oil and just rehydrate your skin. And I have a link for Candi skincare as well, but you could use any cuticle oil. You could use cuticle massage cream that you get at, you know, Walmart or the grocery store. You could put coconut oil on your nails, but put some kind of oil on your hands afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this mani. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys would like to see me do or review. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.